So how are we feeling today? We good?
We're inside the place. Respect and blessings. First and foremost, thanks for having us in your channel. Means a lot. We're currently at the Hard Rock Hotel in sunny Tenerife.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure. So we're just gonna dive right into it. I want to know baby socks before socks was socks.
Baby socks. Yeah, government name's John. I was brought up in Birmingham. Proud resident. Yeah, got into music when I was about 14. As baby socks, what can you say about baby socks? Has always been around music. Yeah, grew up listening to reggae and Irish pub records. Stone Roses and Beanie Man. A bit of a contrast, but it is what it is, man. That's Little Socks. And then Socks got into music when he was about 14, innit?
What part of Birmingham were you born?
We like to say the Jewellery Quarter, but so Jewellery Quarter and a mile away from the Jewellery Quarter, in any direction.
Okay. And what type of environment were you born into? Was it like both parents? Was it a stable household?
Yeah, I had a stable upbringing, but both parents married. R.I.P. Pops. Mums is still active as well. Big up Leslie. Big part of my journey, man.
And you say you was listening to all sorts of music when you were younger, like reggae and Irish?
I used to live opposite the Little Brown Jug pub, for people in Birmingham that know. So, yeah, the 808s when I was in my mum's belly. It was before I popped out. It was already in me, innit?
And what would people describe you like as a child, like as a young one, out and about, friends and family? What would they say about you?
Many things. A few would say problematic. Different side of the group would say talented. Some people would say absolute nightmare, and some people would say legend. It depends who you ask, innit?
What about school? What did you like at school?
I was very academically advanced. If we're talking secondary school, I got A star in music and no other GCSEs. I'm October baby, so when I was 16, I had a moped. The first month into year 11. So once I had my moped, I chose the lessons that I would drive.
So you're a Scorpio?
Yes.
Would you say that you have the traits of a Scorpio?
I'm definitely on. Interestingly, I was born at 0121, so I'm just about a Scorpio. So I'm on the Libra side of it, so the scales are balanced. But yeah, the first part of the month, I've got a lot of Scorpion traits. Yeah, man.
Okay. And you grew up in a time where it was like musically rich in Birmingham. Do you feel like that impacted you and like that's what made you decide to choose music, or?
I think music in general would have got to me no matter where I lived, but I was in a blessed place to live with the likes of Pato Banton and UB40, multicultural music villages, which we do have in the Jewellery Quarter. So everything was there as a teenager for me to use and access and succeed.
And when did you become SOX? Like when did you start to take music seriously?
Big up DJ Smirky off camera. About year 11 in school as well.
Year 11?
Yeah, man. I eventually ended up not leaving school to be an MC in it, so it's all I've known for the last 23 years.
Was that your first freestyle in year 11?
I have some appalling ones that date back to like 02 March, but I hope the internet never finds them. That's Baby Socks, as you guessed earlier. But yeah, man, I think the first song that I dropped that had an impact would have been the Sniper Camp around 2006 and Beacon Squad Merkage and some. If you know, you know. That era, yeah, man. When we started to get recognition, when it was Google videos before YouTube.
Oh, okay. And where did the name SOX come from?
Bullying, you know. 100% bullying. I had I think it was the Boston Sox hat, and we're talking about school a lot here. When I was going through the school years, I had jack-ups and from a stable background, obviously, but 2 pairs of trousers a year. You hit a growth spurt, and they used to call me White Socks, which because of the thing, and I had white socks and jack-ups. But I never used to like it. It was bullying, but I couldn't avoid the name, and eventually I dropped the white out of it. And man, Socks, here I am, not by choice, but a lot of people.
Do you think it has a bit more power now that it's come from bullying to something successful?
100%, and a lot of people know the story, so I'd like to think a few people could use it as inspiration. 100%.
Other artists were you listening to?
1 second. Gang. We got Big and Addy Man. See him there. Hold tight, MT off camera. Good to see you, General.
What other artists were you listening to in terms of rap? Like, what made you steer towards rap instead of being like a reggae artist or a rock artist?
See, it wasn't really rap because rap was more American. So
Okay.
we all know about 50 Cent and Eminem,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So Solid Crew dropped in 2001 in it. So when I was 11, that was a completely different sound, and I never went down the rap route. It was from garage to grime to here we are now,
Oh,
innit?
okay, yeah, yeah. And when did it start to become like, this is going to be my actual career? Like, I'm not going to focus on anything else. I'm just going to be an MC.
I don't think it was a conscious decision, but when my Flush Raw went viral, and I was going Radio 1 Extra a lot, and yeah, a lot of people appreciated me more than I appreciated myself at that point, and yeah, it was inspiration, and I felt like I've always just had to carry on and keep going, you know. Probably not an accurate answer to that question, but I like it when I don't know the
Yeah,
answer sometimes. Yeah, man.
And back to Flush Raw, did you know at that time that that would like be as massive as it is today?
Absolutely no chance. I didn't even want to do that freestyle.
Really?
Big up Daps on the map here.
What's the story behind it? Like,
I was going viral left, right, and centre, but I didn't know what going viral was. I don't think anyone did at that point. So I wasn't actually watching some of my freestyles back and realising how many views they were getting. So maybe once a week on a few of them, and then
Yeah.
I think the Flush went viral before I knew it went viral. If that half makes sense.
yeah. But you didn't know that, like, to this
No,
day, people
I
would
didn't
still
know
be,
that
like, reciting
J2S
every
would
single
remix
bar.
it and it would still be putting
Yeah,
money in
it's
my pocket
massive.
15 years down the line. No way. I just didn't think that would have been the one out of all of them.
Were there any other career paths that you thought, like, oh, maybe I want to do this or do this? Or was it always this?
Ironically, we're in Tenerife, so if I had 20/20 vision, which I don't, I would have loved to have been a pilot.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Why? Yeah. Seems like a scary thing. Flying a plane.
Once you know how to do it, I'm sure it'd become natural to you, innit? And you'd get to see the world as well. Imagine all the video locations you could do. You could
That is
photo
true, yeah,
shoots
yeah.
on tap, Bahamas, wherever you're flying to.
Wherever
There you
you
go.
wanna
You've got
go.
your location, innit? Imagine SOX the freestyle pilot MC.
Ooh, that could
It's
be.
never too late. It's never too late.
It's never too late. And how did Invasion Alert come about?
Invasion Alert. So Invasion is an anagram of Vader. Big up MC Vader from Birmingham. So he was originally known as Invader. Invasion Alert, and it. So it was
okay.
Vader's vision. It was going many years before I was involved. So yeah, hopefully you'll link up with V one day and he can shed more light on the topic.
Were you ever hesitant to be associated with just one particular crew, or was that always something that you wanted to do?
I think from time I had pocket money and I bought a day saver, I would just go and network. We used to call it recruiting, not in a gang way, in an MC way, and we'd buy our day saver. If there was a bus number that ran through Pigeon Park for the boat, and I didn't know where it went, we'd get in on it and we'd go in to find MCs and we're trying to recruit. It would start from clashing, but friendly clashing, to recruiting to come and roll with us. And yeah, we've went from B1 to B98 and then expanded to the surrounding counties, isn't it?
And how important was Invasion Alert to your development?
I think it was a very good stepping stone, but I don't think it was vital. I think whatever I was going through at that time in life, the
already-
spotlight was on me anyway. I'm very thankful to be part of Invasion, but it's one of those things. Whatever crew I was in, I think I would have done well.
And how did you first connect with Jammer?
Mako, big up Jim man. He come and found me in Small Leaf, you know.
Oh, really?
He seen all the views that we was getting and we was going viral, and he got to rate the ethic. He pulled up. He pulled up, man, literally.
And how did he have an impact on your journey?
Not so much him directly, him and his family and the people around him. It's like Grime University once you're around the Power family, and we've got to big up Jerry as well, big man. And yeah, it's like Grime University, but you can't. There's no Grime University course, so it was a blessing, 100% blessing.
Was that like a learning period in your life, would you say? You picked up a lot of...
In music, definitely not in life, but in music. 100%.
What in music did you...
Marketing, radio plugs, how to create a product, albums, how learning with digital distribution, Spotify, how to get your CDs into HMV, which was a very big thing in the late 2000s. And yeah, just the whole thing's not just recording a song, everything that goes with it, and how to package and market a whole complete finished product.
The full
which
thing
I probably
around
wouldn't big up the Power family again. I probably wouldn't have done on my own if I was in Birmingham.
That's what I was going to lead on to. Like, was it overwhelming at that young age when you were getting so many views and like Birmingham at the time and like navigating that and navigating your safety and like just everybody knows who you are now and you're like
because it was already happening from school, I've never known any different. So I only know the life that I've lived. I couldn't really answer on the other side of things, but it's been a blessing, not a curse. That's one thing I will say.
Absolutely. And one performance that stands out is the Toddla T All-Star remix. What do you remember about that session?
Subsidon. Big up Subsidon. So he was one of my closest friends at the time, and he wasn't actually meant to come to radio. But brothers are brothers. If we're going together. And he was asked very politely and respectfully, do not MC on radio today. If you know Subsidon, as the internet will, you can't tell him nothing. So he ran in the radio, he busted the door, and he said a swear word live on Radio 1, which got us a heavy fine. And I wasn't invited back for like 3 or 4 years after that. Oh. You can't say IUC insert and no way on Radio 1. But that was a learning curve as well. We didn't think we'd get fined months down the line. But yeah, big up Toddla T and big up everyone that had me involved in that project, and Cameo and the One Extra staff around that era. Big them up, man. Did
you know how iconic it would be? Like, it's really iconic. I keep seeing it everywhere.
I think from Temper T's reaction and Skepta's when Subsy swore. Sorry, this freestyle's not about me because Subsy took the limelight on that one with the swear. 100% with the swear. I think it's one of the first major times someone's done that much of a slur on live Radio 1.
People do highlight your part specifically though as like
maybe I wouldn't call that in one of my top 10 freestyles, but if people like it, people like what they like. Sometimes when I travel over the years, people will say, SOX, I love insert song which I wrote when I was 19 and I can't stand it, but if that's your favorite song, I'm gonna roll with that as long as you like something that I've made in it. Everyone likes different songs. If you ask what's your favorite SOX song to my fans, they'll all have different answers.
What is like some of your top freestyles then? I'm interested now.
Depends whether you base it on what people like or
what you like.
Finances and
what
views
you like.
And stuff.
What are your like?
My favourite is the JDZ Media Road Rage one. That's one of my favourites of all time. I think it was very authentic. And a lot of things with freestyles, it matters who's in the background and it captures memories as well. So I'll remember who was behind the camera and if I had a good day or not when it was being filmed and things like that. That's why I really like my JDZ Road Rage. It was good people, good energies, good lyrics, good beat. And I think it come together well in it.
You've been around a lot of iconic people in the scene. What was it like working with Skepta and Jamie?
Big them up is not to I'll put it into football terms. It's like playing in the Championship and going into the Premier League and it. But I always thought that not necessarily those two names, whoever was top of the game, that's who you got to aim for, innit? I want to be Ronaldo or Messi or Lamine Yamal because we're in Spain. Whoever the top player is, I wanted to play for their team. So it was irrelevant of Jamie and Skepta. Whoever was winning that season, I would have played for their team, innit?
What did you learn about being around them?
Just be yourself, Just be yourself. Don't bend, don't fold. Don't try and fit in with people and just let your authenticity flow, man, and be yourself. 100%.
What attracted you to clash culture?
I wasn't, it's what people want to see. People like combat sports and MMA and boxing. People like to see two males go head to head, and that's what it was. And when you're in the limelight, there's always going to be someone that wants your spot. That's when clashing culture comes in, and you have to stay on top of your game, whether you want to do it or not. If someone's coming for your crown, even in jungle rules, you have to defend the turf, innit?
Yeah, man. Were clashes ever genuinely personal, or was it just strictly music?
I've never wanted to fight anyone over lyrics. Nah, no way, man.
Yeah, just straight bars.
It's
bar for bar.
Entertainment for the people that watch it, and I think if I was angry about music, it would ruin the point of doing it in the first place. I would have stayed home and not clashed or had a fight off camera.
Which clash stands out to you the most?
With me?
Yeah, to you as which one's your favourite?
I like it was Lord of the Mics Part 6 live event, me versus Lady Likes.
I was just about to ask you about that.
There was a DVD clash which a lot of people saw, and I think I done well on that one. Her performance live was amazing.
Yeah, I was watching it the other. Yeah.
So yeah, me personally to watch it back as a good bit of sport and 20 minutes of entertainment, the Lord of the Mic 6 Live Socks and Lady Likes at the Proud O2 London. That's a good one.
Was your approach different for a female? I think you said that was the first female clash?
In the UK, it was the first man versus woman in battle, in brackets, rap battle, in it. So, and of course, you can't. My mum brought me up. You can't diss women. You can because it's on camera and we're clashing, but you can't go too deep, man. You still have to come out of it looking like a semi-gentleman, in it. So it's a lot harder. You have to be a lot more politically correct and be careful of what you say. 100%. But big up Likes to this day, man. She's got a cooking channel out. She's doing well, man. God bless.
I saw a clip where JK was putting your pen and your writing skills in the same category as Vybz Kartel and Eminem.
I don't understand that. I'm the polar opposite of Vybz. A bad man artist. I listen to all his tunes from one day, but I don't know where JK's head was at to say that I'm like Vybz. I think
he was saying that your writing skills and the level of your brain and the way your pen works.
I don't even think I'm comfortable to take that compliment from him. You know, because Vybz is a bad man for me.
And Eminem, he said as well. Your writing skills.
I'm going to take the compliment because Jay said it, but I don't have much in common with Eminem as well. I like to. We don't rap about the same subjects. If you listen to Eminem's Curtain Call and early albums, it's a bit dark.
It's a bit dark, yeah. Some of your music has accumulated millions of streams. Like, at the time, did you realise when you were Baby SOX that you are going to be somebody that's millions of people all over the world listen to your music?
Not as Baby SOX, but I've also big up Mike GLC. I have to say this for hands-to-hand sales. I was always, regardless of what was going on the internet, I can sell a CD out my backpack for £5, and as long as you're hungry, we can go to and hit every city. It doesn't matter what country you're in. If you've got a backpack full of CDs, you can make money. So I was that way inclined, not so much Spotify and YouTube. Hand-to-hand sales, man. Big up Mike GLC. He put me onto that from young.
Do you think that's important in the industry to be able to like sell yourself as an artist?
You have to have a physical project. You can't pull your phone out and say, check out my new freestyle. It doesn't captivate interest in this day and age. You have to have something physical to give someone, even if it's a business card. If you want to go retro, you can't just pull a phone out and say, check my music. Because everyone's got music out in this generation. Have to have a physical product.
When people look back at grime, where do you think SOX fits into that story?
On the whole timeline from saying grime started in 2003 and we'll call it up to 2023, in the midpoint, I don't think it would have existed if it wasn't for me. Sorry if anyone that disagrees with that, it wouldn't have existed.
Fair enough. You've spoken about your love for Pokemon over the years. Where does that come from?
You've got the wrong jacket on. I could have backed him out. I bought some Spanish Pokemon from over the road the other day.
Oh, really? Wow.
Nostalgia and childhood as well, but as you come to an adult, when I was looking at things to invest in, gold, silver, whiskey, trading cards. If you get them graded, people that are watching, if you can get a PSA 10 slab and your quid's in. And the value of Pokemon will always outdo precious metals.
So how serious is your collection?
I'm not saying on camera. It's rubbish. I've got nothing. I haven't got any Charizards.
Do you think that social media has helped or harmed artists in any way? Because
it's a yin and yang.
It's part of like being an artist nowadays, isn't it?
It's yin and yang, so you can come up quickly off social media, but you also have to do the groundwork, as we were speaking about with the CDs and shows in every city, and meeting people one-on-one and sharing a 5-second memory with them in the physical being world is way better than a retweet. So I don't know. I'm lucky enough to watch the internet become what it was and what it is to this day. It was on dial-up connection in 2001. It would take 4 hours to download one MP3.
Do you think artists today have it easier or harder?
It's kind of the same answer to the point where you can go viral quick, and you've got easier in the sense of you've got the tools to everything in your pocket, but everybody has it. So it's harder to be a niche on social media. You have to really stand out. It's equal the same way you would as if you had to do it on road, but you've got more advantage of getting your music out to different places. For example, to meet my Nottingham friends, we'd have to drive to Nottingham. Now you can just Instagram too. So they have it easier, but I don't think not everyone, but I think they don't put in as much groundwork as they should off social media because it's so easy.
What advice would you give to young artists?
Keep recording, stay positive, and you never know which song is going to be your hit. So make sure that you put effort into every song, because you don't want to be performing a song that you don't like for the next 15 years.
When you make music now or you write a freestyle, is it the same type of lyrical content as when you were younger, or do you think you've evolved since then?
Yeah, definitely. As an adult now, I get embarrassed about some of my older lyrics that I wrote like when I was 18, 19. So yeah, it's different content in it. And back to the social media point, I think it's good now that you can annotate your own videos, add captions, and explain what you meant. Because sometimes when you was just rapping through Bluetooth and people would hear a lyric, they wouldn't fully understand it. Now we can do reaction videos to your own music. It's a blessing.
What was it like when music was first taking you all over the world? When was the first time that you went to a different country for your music?
It probably would have been my first major trip was when I didn't come back, was Magaluf 2013. I think that was my first big European booking. Once I realised that was possible, I never looked back. And yeah, another blessing of music is the places that you get to go and see. Sometimes it's lonely. Another thing for up and coming artists, try and create a group and stick to a manager or someone that you trust and you've got someone to travel with, and don't make your entourage too big, but have at least 2 or 3 people that you can always rely on and fall back on, because it does get lonely.
You're self-managed now, aren't you? What made you come around to that decision?
I know what I want to do and I can rely on myself as of when I want to do it. Having someone else that you don't 100% trust in control of your life is a mazza. Especially if they're not 100% in control of their own life.
And you lived in Spain, so at what point did you went to Spain 2013, what age was that?
I would have been 23.
Oh wow, so yeah, young.
Yeah, man.
So when did you start living in Spain?
We was doing the regular bookings at Boomerang with Skepta, and it was costing me so much to keep flying back to Birmingham to then, obviously these lot are used to it. For me, I was a nervous flyer as well. If I'm getting on a plane to go to a country, I want to at least spend 3 or 4 days there. So I'd probably hang on after the show and then network and get other bookings off the back of it. And yeah, too much flying. I thought, why am I? My family was okay. Yeah. My pops was alive. Mum's chilling. The house is sorted. Why not? Just go and chase your dreams, innit? So yeah, I ended up staying in Spain for quite a while. 2 real ass Deps G, and if it wasn't for Deps's passing, I probably never would have ever been back to Britain. I would have been fluent in Spanish by now. And
so you liked it over in Spain. Yeah, which part of Spain did you live?
I lived in.
You don't have to say the specific part.
Yeah, it's a bit mafioso, you know.
Yeah, you don't have to say the specifics. Spain is fine.
Gated community.
Spain is fine.
Say, we lived in Magaluf, Palmanova Bay.
But you liked it out there.
Loved it, man. Beautiful. Even things that we miss in England, like vitamin D from the sun, better fruit, healthy eating, outdoor gyms. That's not a thing really in Birmingham where I live. There's one in Ladywood, but if you walk around in Spain, there's everywhere they recycle scrap metal and build gyms in the parks for the kids. So Spain's beautiful. The schooling system in Spain, getting a bit deep, but the way that they have their siestas and the school day starts at 10:30 and finishes at 6, I think that's so much of a better time scale than 9 to 3 that we have in Britain. There's a lot of things, man, a lot of benefits.
Yeah, we're on the same.
But we have to big up England for our healthcare. The one thing that we win for.
Yeah. And throughout this like busy lifestyle and at this young age, you must have had like girls throwing themselves at you, because you were very popular back in the Invasion Alert. What was that like at a young age? Was that overwhelming?
Very hard to find a loyal partner, someone that likes me for my government name and not the bravado of the MC. And I think I have made many mistakes throughout my 20s to 30s, dating women that like me for SOX and not me. Luckily enough, now I've grown up, I'm out here, I'm doing my own thing, I'm developing on myself before I would ever go into dating women. And we don't sleep with fans. That's an abuse of power in my terms as well. So it's hard to find people that don't know who I am. It's been difficult to navigate, man. Trust me.
I can imagine. How about family? Like, how has that been balancing family life? I think you mentioned that your dad passed away as well. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Pops. That was 2017 still. And some of my family didn't believe. For example, I'll give you a true story. I got booked at Sheffield O2 Academy in 2009. And I didn't have the money to pay for the transport. So when I was asking my family members, do you mind loaning me £100 so we can get to Sheffield? They didn't actually believe I was booked in Sheffield as an MC. They thought I was going to do other things. But when I've actually gone and done it and come back with the flyers and the video evidence, that's when my family's like, he's telling the truth and he's doing really well. But there was a convincing period where they thought I was being a waste man, but I wasn't. I was MC.
MC, yeah. So at what age did your dad pass away?
My dad was 70 when he passed, so he had a good innings, and he had a good life, man. Big up Nigel.
Was that when you were young, and did it affect you in any way? In your career?
Career-wise, no. I like to think that I'm strong-minded, but maybe I'm not. And death is part of life. I always look at things: is your glass half full or is it half empty? If you have a pound coin in two 50p's and you lose one, are you angry that you lost the 50p, or are you still thankful that you have the other 50p? So it's just a way of looking at things, isn't it? And life and death go yin and yang. So long live Pops, and he made me who I am today, and I'm still smiling.
Rest in eternal peace.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
Do you look at yourself as successful? Because you are and have been very successful in music, millions of streams.
I don't, you know.
You don't?
I don't. There's so many more things I'd like to achieve for me to class myself as successful. I've had success, but successful, language is spanning. It's, to be successful, I'd have to be fulfilled with everything that I wanted to succeed.
And what is that for you?
We'll have to see where the next 5 years take me. We have some plans, man. But for all of my fans listening, consistent music, I ain't going anywhere, and positive vibes I run all the time.
A lot of artists from your era aren't still going anymore. What has allowed you to have so much longevity, where people now, like 16-year-olds now are listening to you, 15-year-olds, all down to people
I do it because I love it, and I drop multiple genre songs for different ages and generations. I like to think I've got songs that a 6-year-old and a 70-year-old could still get enjoyment from. So yeah, try and make generational music and songs that will last forever. We can do grime freestyles, but if you really delve into a couple songs that I have, then yeah, man, just music that gets to everyone. And don't ever forget doing the next generation of the university bookings. Don't think because you're 30 that you haven't got to go and still hit the uni circuit and all the. Trust me, you have to stay relevant. Every year, someone's a year older, and you have to be on that circuit for them to know you and to have longevity. 100%.
And how do you cope with public criticism?
It comes with the job. The only time it annoys me is when I'm sitting and eating food. If it happens in a restaurant, it does my head in. Like, at least let me eat a meal. But anywhere else, I put myself in the public eye. Go and shout whatever comments you want. It doesn't. I don't know. I got thick skin. It doesn't bother me, except for when I'm eating.
How about some of the challenges, public challenges that you've been through recently? Have they affected you in any way?
I'm not over the moon about it. But things come and go. Life's full of ups and downs, swings and roundabouts, and God witnesses everything that happens. And I don't feel like I should even have to go on the internet and declare innocence when you're innocent. It makes no sense to me. And life, we probably get 85 years on this planet if we're good. I believe in reincarnation. Whatever happened on that day, God saw. It's cool, man. That's why I'm smiling.
You don't believe you need to say sorry for anything?
I apologised on the internet publicly for a few things that I've done, but my baby mum's my G. Like, bun the internet. I ring her now. I'm in access with my youth. I'm an amazing father, which I will self-proclaim because I know a lot of people that aren't, that have many more children than me that are not financially stable. So, yeah, camera's mad, but big up Georgina. She's my baby mum's for life. We've got 17 years together, and that's my G for life, and I'll always have her in my family. Forget the internet. That's my woman. We're not together, but it's my woman. I made that commitment, and it was a conscious decision. I didn't just have a child. It was things were set in place. I wouldn't have had a child if I didn't have a house and I wasn't financially stable, and I didn't think that she was a good woman in the first place. So big up the internet for laughing at us, but that's my family.
You spoke a lot in your career about being a sharing, caring, and loving person and giving back to people. I've watched all your podcasts and listened to your lyrics. Has that been a massive part for you about being a sharing person and a caring person?
I'm going to quote Spider-Man now, yeah? With great power comes great responsibility. So if you've got a bit of influence to change someone's life that's struggling, why not, man? And I want to call out some old school gangster YouTubers and youth workers here. I started doing youth work in the prime of my career when my album was #1. I didn't start being a youth worker because I was a bad person and loads of things happened and I had to turn my life around. No, I'd done it when I was at the top, not the bottom. So hold that one, you like, yeah?
And at one point, I think you were a carer to your mum and stuff, so...
I still am. We sponsor orphanages in Uganda. We give 50% of some of our YouTube earnings to the Sikh soup kitchens in town to feed. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, if you know, in the city. But yeah, man, why not? If you can help, do it, man.
Do you think that's the problem with the internet, that they just cling on to particular things and it's the next... this cancel culture that we're living in?
There's been many generations of the internet. I think this last 3-year period of the internet, everything's too quick scroll, short-term content. So things come and go in it. I don't know. I don't think there's been that many good like music projects that have been out because of the scroll and click culture. For example, a lot of people have hit records for the first 8 bar, but nobody knows the rest of the words. Now my Air Forces have got creases in the middle.
And how have you evolved as a man since baby, literal baby SOX to now, right, sat in Tenerife, about to do Crew 2 tomorrow and shall it down? How have you evolved as a man?
I think we just evolve every day by situation and circumstance, and we're continuously evolving. Even now, from meeting you and people, we've evolved on camera in front of everyone watching it. It's crazy. You're never going to stop.
What do you want people to understand about the man behind SOX, or do you not want people to understand that? Like, who is SOX, and then who is?
I think because it's merged into one person. I think I am SOX now. It's a nickname, but I'm SOX and John are at one, and at least 90%. Obviously, everyone needs their own time and space sometimes, but yeah, SOX and John are the same thing, and especially in terms of the public, 100%. We've merged into one.
And what can we look forward to? I know you said you can't give away too much, but like, what can the fans look forward to? What's some big things that you want to do?
Well, on the contradiction, not many more hit singles. I think the essence of grime, if I was to listen to grime, it would be half-an-hour sets of people consistently going back to back. For example, DWE and Footsie, there's a Devilman and RD set. When I need grime inspiration, that's what I go to. So if you want consistent half-an-hour heavy-hitting grime sets, big up, that's what you're going to get this year from me. I'm not trying to do singles and fit in with the TikTok algorithm. If you really want to hear grime, this place.
What was it like when you were like going viral recently with all the Red Bull stuff, like to be able to still go viral in like 2025, 2026 over your freestyles that you're doing to like some of your old freestyles that you're doing to this day? Was that like, were you surprised that people still have that kind of love there?
I think when Drake started messaging Boy Better Know and they was working together, that shone a global spotlight on it. So there's people that keep finding out about me and then going through my back catalogue as well. So the Red Bull things did help, but it's also going back onto my old school stuff. So I think it's cool that new people all over the place find out about my music and then have the anthology to go back through in it. So it doesn't surprise me. I'm thankful that it does, but I think there's an element of hard work that makes it happen as well.
Tell me a bit more about Drake and how those paths crossed.
I wouldn't know, but that was a bit too industry for me. I'm a boy from the hoods, and being affiliated with Drake was not an affiliation I would ever want living in the ghetto, respectfully.
Is that something that you've never aspired to be like, yeah, Hollywood, go Hollywood, or?
Maybe if I conquered the UK first and I'd achieved all my goals and succeeded in the UK, maybe I would then try and go over to America. But no one in America is going to want to hear an English person doing hip hop. Same way we wouldn't accept an American grime MC instantly. You'd have to do work. There's a lot of talented American grime MCs, but it's difficult. So if I was to break into the American scene, I would break into the American scene as grime MC SOX, not Drake feature A$AP Rocky feature SOX.
Would you ever consider doing like even more different genres, like dancehall, like doing a verse on a dancehall thing, or reggae?
Privately, I do, you know. I like heavy metal as well. I'm a big fan of Evanescence, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, but those are the songs that don't go viral. They're on YouTube, you can find them, but they're not the ones with the millions of views. Some of my best songs have about 1,000 views in it, but you just need to know where to find them.
So you would?
I do regularly. Even the last week, I wrote a gospel song, a remix of Said Judas to Mary. I wrote a remix of System of a Down, Toxicity. So it's not always grime. If music is good regardless of genre, innit?
We'll be expecting a dancehall feature soon.
Yeah, man. In my natural accent as well.
Yeah. What keeps you grounded as a person?
I don't take my shoes off and hug trees, but I'll give you, having good people around me. Bad people definitely keep me ungrounded. Family, friends, and having an aspiration and something to look forward to. I think when I don't have something to look forward to, I struggle in whatever's going on in life. So for anyone watching, to stay grounded, make sure you know what you, not necessarily your next move, but have something down the pipeline that you could be going to Alton Towers or seeing a friend. Make sure you got something to look forward to, and that grounds me a lot as well.
What are you looking forward to at the moment?
Crew 2 tomorrow out there. I've seen some of the footage. It's looking amazing, man. Big up Den on Reed as well for having us over here. It's a bit irrelevant to the interview, but because we're in Tenerife,
No, it's okay.
Can't wait.
What can people
it.
expect? You're gonna smash it down.
There's some exclusives as well. DJ Smirky's out here as well. So yeah, it was a lineup, man. Anyone that saw my New Year's Eve set, imagine that on Steads.
And finally, where are you mentally compared to a year ago?
In a lot of a worse place than I was a year ago. I was a lot happier last year than I was this year, to do with family health and splitting up with someone that I thought I was going to get married to and be a lifetime partner. So yeah, I haven't been the best, but you know what? From dark places and pain come beautiful things. So you can't always be up here. It's nice to be pushed back into the dirt sometimes, and that's how roses grow, right?
Grounded in sound.